Welcome back to the CCP. That is the
Culture Coverage Podcast.
Let's go.
Where we cover the...
Go.
Hey, man, that's where we cover the culture. Hey, this episode 3. We gonna get it down eventually. Feel me?
Come on.
And if y'all don't fuck with it, y'all can let us know. We can make a better one eventually.
Facts,
You know what I'm
facts,
saying?
facts.
Hey,
So we just trying to have a little something catchy for y'all.
It's your
Get
boy
shit
Kuko
started.
Cigar.
Yes, sir. It's your boy Freddie. Focus.
It's your boy Jay Lamont. We gonna get started with episode 3.
Trizzy.
Drizzy.
You already know.
Yeah.
So this week in music, man.
Mm.
Y'all been peeping social media. Y'all seen anything that's been going on in social media lately?
Just a little bit like about that Eminem shit with on the Lyrical Lemonade where he was dissing Benzino and Coi Loray ass got involved a little bit.
Damn,
That's it.
Man, she is sexy, ain't she?
Yep.
Can we get a
For the dogs. For the
Goodness
dogs.
gracious. I eat a fucking
Sheesh.
butthole. Oh, my
Because
bad.
see, bitches got it twisted, man. They think they got to get fake bodies and big titties and big ass, and then Coi Loray pop up, and everybody want that.
Mhm.
She my favorite right now.
It's like realize it's a slap in the face for those bitches with big lips and shit.
You guys seen the meme with Brunson from the Knicks? She was sitting courtside and he started playing like AI back in 2001.
I would too.
Yeah.
Yo, inspiration. That's what probably what cheerleaders was even fucking made for.
Hello.
Think about it. The subliminal of cheerleaders.
Yes.
That's what it
From
was like.
cavemen, niggas.
That's
from,
what it was like in high school.
from the beginning of
You feel
time.
me?
Yeah,
When you playing a sport, you see bitches on the side. Oh shit!
You got to stunt.
Yeah.
You
gotta
might be
stunt.
intimidated, but you gonna go extra.
That's
hard.
why on the basketball court back in the day, you'd always, hey, you see, as soon as you seen a girl come on the
Facts.
court, shirt off, shirts off, I'm sweating and shit. Got to
Yup.
see.
Yup.
All right, man, I'm getting real low on defense and shit.
Literally, why I stopped playing sports.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm not gonna be the nigga looking at the cheerleaders and getting dunked on,
Oh,
and not
my
being
God.
able to dunk on.
That'd be crazy. I never got dunked on before.
Me neither.
But
I ain't
imagine,
gonna-
but
you
if you get
just can't
I
let
got-
that happen.
I got semi-dunked on. The dude came, dunked on me, but he missed it. So it didn't fully count.
If you see somebody
But
getting ready to
still.
dunk, just get out the way. Just get out the way. Let them do it. And
But
you
that's
go,
what I'm
you're like, I
saying.
let you do it.
That's
I let you
why
do
I
it, bro.
can't
You
do
know,
it.
The
That's
only
why I'm
reason
not-
you did it is because I let you do it. That's why you got to just get out the way.
nah, then that's the last game I'm ever gonna play.
Oh, man, we went on a tangent, bro. Coi Loray to women, but that's speaking before we let that go. That's why Cat Williams actually said that too. Like that's why he always just keeps women around him. He keeps them motivated. Same thing with Floyd Mayweather said the same thing. He said, "I just keep women around me because it keeps me motivated."
I feel the same way. No, I'm just joking.
That's
Happily
not
married,
bad.
man.
If I was single, I would do the same thing.
Yeah, but back on topic, man. Lyrical
You
lemonade.
said if
So-
you was rich, you would do what?
Single.
Oh,
Single.
I got you.
No, you can't. That's disrespectful. That's disrespectful. Unless
What you saying,
you're
folks?
cool with that. Unless your girl cool with that kind
Hey,
of thing.
I wish.
Anyway,
I wish.
let's
If
get
you
back
was-
on topic. Let's get back on
yeah.
topic anyway. that's more for the other podcast. So more about this week in music. I mean, we got about the Eminem song. Well, y'all, anything that you can remember from the song? You say he dissed Benzino.
That's all I remember from that shit, man. My bad.
Said something about a giraffe necks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was a couple
he
bars.
came with the neck joke. Okay.
Yeah.
Does anybody know any of the history about their beef? Like, why are they
Yeah.
even beefing in the first place?
What happened is that as far as I know, back in those days, there was XXL mag and then there was the Source mag.
Mm.
So back in those days, they had a little bit of beef, and Benzino, well, as a lot of people know, he was like owner of something like that. He was something up there as far as the Source goes. I don't know if he owned the magazine, something like that. And then you had XXL, and then that was Eminem's joint.
Oh shit.
So I guess 50 also got in there into that beef with the Benzino beef. You know, the 50, Dre, all that beef. So it was like magazine versus magazine type thing. So that's kind of where it started. Then all the diss tracks back and forth happened. Blah, blah, blah.
That's dope.
So it was
Yeah.
a
I
had no
magazine
idea.
beef.
Yeah, and the
Man,
back
I
and
bet
forth
you
started
a lot
it?
of people didn't know that shit. I did not know
I had
that.
no. I
Yeah.
did not know any of that.
I bet
Yeah.
you a lot of people didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know either one of them had a magazine.
Yeah, just to feel you. I used to collect.
beef.
I still got a couple of them magazines over there, actually. XXLs and Sources. Them shit's probably calls Wild
I'm
Bread.
about to say that might.
I'm a
be
hoarder.
worth something now.
I'm a hip hop hoarder. I got mad collectibles and shit like that. Hip hop shit. But
And so we always appreciate when Eminem comes out of the woodworks to either drop a diss track or drop a dope track. Either way, you know what I'm saying?
mhm.
Just to have the goats come out is dope.
Also, Eminem back in those days, actually, what was part of the beef was that Benzino brought back out that Eminem did some racist track off of an ex-black girlfriend he had, and he did some like borderline racist shit on the record. Yeah,
For real?
yeah,
Like
bro.
what?
Yeah, he was going. I don't know if they buried that record or if it's out there on YouTube somewhere, but you can find it. But that was
if somebody wanted to take Eminem down, that record would be out there somewhere.
It is out there somewhere, but Benzino also brought that up about how he's racist and all that shit.
We gotta find that record and just to see what it is. See
Man,
if it's real.
Eminem racist.
That sounds crazy.
Get
right?
the fuck out of here, bro.
You ever
Get
see
the
Eminem
fuck
with
out
some?
of here.
They say if you
some-
get a white
some
person mad
ethnic
enough,
bitches?
the racism comes out just a little bit.
Right?
Like,
Well, you gotta
bruh.
think about it. Segregation only ended like 60 years ago from today, this year,
Yeah,
2024. 60
That's not
years
too
ago,
long ago.
1964. Nigga, how many 60-year-old people is out there right now?
Yeah, my mother was born the year segregation ended. That's
Think about
crazy.
that.
Damn, mine's
So
too.
think about that.
69,
So if you older than 60, if you're 80, you were
you was
raised
in
in
it.
segregation. You was in it.
Like my grandparents, they was in that.
Yeah, black
they was
and
in
white.
Facts.
So that's both sides of segregation.
Yo,
literally.
speaking of that,
That's real.
real quick fact. I did what's the ancestry.com thing?
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
And I did some stuff and I showed my grandmother my ancestry.com and she was able to like trace people that was like her great grandparents and stuff to the point
I love that. I
where
wanna
we
do
found
that.
some people named the Cumberbatches. And she's like,
What?
don't forget that name. You're tied to that name, the
That's the
Cumberbatches.
fruit. Isn't
Yeah.
that like
It's a-
the farm or something
It's
like
a
that?
it's
Cumberland
a it's a
Farms.
white man's name. So it was but it's from a black family. So what happened was, it was a slave owner owned some slaves, and the slaves took the last names of the slave owner.
Right, it's common.
The Cumberbatches
Mhm.
were slaves but they took the name of,
Of
the slave
owners.
owner.
That's see,
Mm.
that's a lot of things that people are
And
trying
that's
to
in
erase
my
today.
line, and that's in my bloodline.
And that's only 160 years ago.
Right.
60 years ago, segregation, but then from segregation, it was 1964 is when it ended. My bad. And then 100 years before that, 1865 is when it was abolished. Slavery was
Right,
abolished. That's 99 years. That's 100 years.
Hmm.
And we're only 60 years away from the end of segregation, which obviously if something ends on the day, it's still mad racists are living and breathing and
Yeah,
raising
right.
kids.
That
It
shit-
didn't end.
It's
It
not gonna
legally,
end.
like
Right.
marijuana got legal in Florida
Racism-
today. We've been
racism-
smoking marijuana since the beginning of time.
Racism
Yeah.
never
Florida.
ended. Segregation ended.
Mm-hmm.
Integration ended.
Right.
Or what integration is that like?
Integration when we all come together.
I
is
think
when
And
we start.
integration is-
segregation. That's the
It's
opposite of segregation.
It's
right.
happening every
So
day, every
segregation
second.
ended. Right. But
Soon everybody's gonna be light skinned.
honestly, while we on this topic, what about one of them things we was kind of discussing before the podcast that Kuko you brought up?
Yeah, but we can't go to those strip clubs because they don't serve alcohol and get fully naked.
Okay.
What the fuck?
We
We
was
can
talking.
still go though.
We was talking about slavery. We was
Oh,
talking
shit,
about
yeah.
slavery.
Willy Wonka.
Willy Wonka.
Ooh, yeah.
The original.
That's a crazy fact that we found out about this week. You want to fill us in, Coop?
Kuko's conspiracies. Actually, it's not a
It's
conspiracy. It's a fact.
It's a fact.
And so lately,
It's not a conspiracy.
That's the whole pun about Kuko's conspiracies is a lot of these things is really just not going to be what we would consider a conspiracy
But
anymore.
It's not conspiracies.
Yeah.
Because
this
it's
ain't a
just
conspiracy.
we in the day of enlightenment.
This is some real shit.
This is shit that you can look up.
Right.
Yeah, but like Willy Wonka was African in the original book. It was like African little midget African
That
slaves
he got from Africa.
that he got from Africa
Written in the book.
on the
Literally
original Willy
Africans.
Wonka book. And then
Yeah.
later on they eventually changed it because they knew it was wrong. But he had little black midget slaves
And
working on his chocolate.
They made him orange
Pause.
in the movie.
Huh?
little chocolate
They made
men.
them orange in the movie for
Yeah.
ethnic reasons.
They was, I think,
Mhm.
didn't they say there was like little chocolate guys at first, and then they changed. I think they changed them orange because
I
that
didn't
was
know.
racist
Yeah.
too.
I didn't know
Wow.
they
They
said
made the
chocolate
people because there was a chocolate factory. They made the Oompa Loompas black chocolate.
Mhm.
They was chocolate.
But that is the original basis of
Right.
Willy Wonka. And the
Right.
Wonka movie just It's in theaters right now. It probably just came off.
That's
of theater.
crazy that's where that
I seen
came
it. It was
from.
cool.
Wow.
I had no idea. It's like I low key I wanted to go see that shit.
Everything like
I wanted to go see that movie. Now I'm like, damn, do I
It's
gotta,
on the app.
do I gotta protest this movie now?
yeah, bro.
Do I gotta be an activist?
Everything comes out to the light when eventually, man. That's how it be, man.
And we are in the days of enlightenment. That's why it's a blessing to have this podcast and all of that.
Oh man, but yeah, you do y'all research, man. Willy Wonka, the original book, it shows black midget slaves working on his chocolate. That is
Come on,
wild
man.
as hell, bro.
If you did not know,
Wow.
I'm glad y'all fuck with this podcast. It's CCP, man. Got a lot of music on the way. This is Kuko Cigar. I'm talking about my music. It's KUKO. Now,
Shameless plug.
back to music. I'm looking at the drawing board. We gotta talk about Nikki and Meg, man. Their beef that they got going on. That's indirect. Free Tory, by the way.
Free Tory. Free Tory, not for real.
Yo,
though.
it's
That's
just
my
it's cornball versus cornball, bro. I'm sick of both of them. I'm gonna be honest with you.
real.
Just rap, make good music, and
That's it.
just
That's
be
it.
quiet, bro. Just shut up, man. You
Well, Meg don't really make good music. Tory did, and
Oh,
so the fact that Tory in jail, we are getting less good music right
Bro,
now.
I heard that's funny you say that. I heard the Tory record yesterday that just popped up on my phone automatically. I was like, damn, we need this guy right now.
I was like, can we at least get this
Necessary.
motherfucker a studio in his cell?
that's
Oh,
it, bro.
man.
I mean,
Like,
come on,
hook-
Jay. At least, like, can we all petition that?
let that man get some stress off.
Let
and
us-
record in the cell.
Let us pay for his commissary. Let him record some shit. And
There's,
let that be a thing.
there's actually a prison, the one that Max B is in, that they actually has a full recording studio.
I remember that. Didn't he do
Yo,
a
can we
verse for
throw
Frank-
shit in this podcast?
Yeah.
We should get little balloons and we could throw at each other.
I'm telling you, son. If we get Tory Lanez in that prison in Jersey, I think it's in Rahway, New Jersey. I want to believe.
We need to get Tory Lanez in prison in Jersey.
Jersey. Do a transfer, Tory Lanez. Set
I don't
that
care if
up.
he does life as long as he could record music.
You stupid.
Yo, but yeah,
I'm just kidding.
but yeah, it's cornball. To me, it's cornball versus cornball. They both corny to me. Like I don't know. Ever since Nikki was with Dude, and Dude is a cornball. Her husband, he's just annoying, bro. Just
I don't even know too much about him.
he's some rapist dude. I don't know. He a rapist.
Yeah.
You know how I
Who
feel
is?
about
He looked
rapists.
very aggressive
Who,
during his pictures.
Meg's man?
Yeah,
Nikki,
man,
Nikki,
husband,
Nikki,
married
Nikki.
husband. Like
Nikki.
Megan Thee Stallion is married.
No, we're talking about Nikki.
you talking about Nikki?
Oh yeah, okay.
Did I say Megan?
No.
Oh,
That's why I was asking.
Yeah,
I didn't. I
Yeah,
didn't know
he's
where we
he's a convicted felon. He was in there for rape for many years, and he's just you know
Did
how,
not know that. Me and Jay
Yeah.
gave each other the look.
Right.
Catch it on
Yeah.
camera. Who's like,
yeah, bro. And I feel like I don't know, like he's corny. He was coming at Offset or whatever.
word.
I remember that they was trying to fight. He was like
About what?
outside of the waiting for Offset.
Yeah.
Offset is
in the hotel.
tiny.
Like, bro, you get home. You got Nikki as a wife,
He
bro.
a grown swole dude.
What's
What
his
the fuck?
name?
I don't even fuck Kenneth something. I don't know. I don't
Oh
want to know
yeah,
his
Barbie
name.
and Ken. I remember that she
Yeah,
had some
yeah.
shit like
Oh,
Barbie.
I
Come on.
see.
They
Yeah,
doing she
corny.
that sick in the mind?
Yeah, nah, just some weirdo dude, man. I
Love
don't know.
Nikki,
But
though.
that's honestly like low key though. That's Nikki's thing. She always been corny. That's kind of
Nah,
her.
not for
That's
me. I
kinda
love
her.
Nikki, man.
That's her persona. No,
we
like,
talking about the Barbie and
yeah,
taking
when
it
she
there
when
with
she
the,
does.
You better
yeah,
be
when
careful.
she does that.
Them barbs are gonna be after your ass. You
When
better
she-
chill out.
Yeah, no, I'll say this right now. I was actually somebody posted something because with speaking of the diss, Megan dropped a song called Hiss, and it's subliminally got. I don't know if it's subliminally or straight up because I actually didn't hear the song because I personally am not a Meg Thee Stallion fan.
Okay.
But I guess I seen some bars that she put. She dropped some pretty dope bars. She did drop some dope bars.
Megan?
Like, Meg.
Yeah, okay.
In her song, I guess, where she's taking shots at Nikki and some other people, saying shit about the whole Tory Lanez case and everything like that.
Yeah.
But
Nikki
But-
fired back though on
Nikki
on live.
on Bigfoot,
Big-
on Bigfoot.
Yeah, she started mocking the way her delivery is and shit. She's talking
Yeah.
about how she's always never find. She has 3 Grammys but can't find a beat.
Oh
Like,
shit.
I've
Yeah.
been saying that for the longest though. Like
Yeah.
I really don't know. Like if you know how they say there's plants in the industry, Meg might be one.
Yeah.
Meg might be one.
They all
Like,
might
and no
be one.
disrespect to the people who love Meg. I get it. You know, women empowerment. I love Nikki. I
Yeah,
think Nikki is the greatest female art. Her and Missy Elliott.
Missy is for
I
me.
think those are the two greatest female hip hop artists of all time.
I felt like Doja was on the way, then she got demonic.
She just got kind of weird. She got a little weird for me. She kind of cool.
Yeah. And
feel like her
my
flow
thing,
kinda cool.
my thing with Nikki is just the like,
Yeah, she does the
when
weird British shit. She does the weird British
that's what-
accent shit.
That's what she lost it for me. But she just raps, bro, like she did in the beginning days, bro, and
Yeah.
brings it back to the essence,
Yeah,
bro.
but her
And
bars,
put that
bro,
put that Barbie shit to the side. I'm rocking with her.
I agree. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. But what I like about Nicki is if you look at all the female rappers that is coming out today, like the Ice Spices, the Sexy Reds,
Or
you
plants.
you name it, like they all coming out talking about my ass this, I'm thick, my body, it's all sex, it's all my body this, my body that, and it's just like okay, like it's cool. Like it's cool if you're gonna do a track like that from here time to time, but like have some
It's-
substance in your music.
It's
and
our,
Nicki,
it's our
Nicki,
fault too, though.
but Nicki put that's why I got Nicki as the GOAT,
Mm-hmm.
because she got substance in her shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I got Missy as one of the GOATs. Her and them two tied for me.
Mm-hmm.
A little different.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like lyrically, Nicki, but overall, the Missy was just she's like the what do you call it?
Missy's all
She the
around.
queen, bro.
Yeah, Missy is all around.
She the queen.
Just
I give it to Missy because my favorite artist in the world, Lil Wayne, gives it up to Missy Elliott as his number one favorite artist. Missy Elliott is undeniable, but just like Lauryn Hill and Erykah Badu for me and everyone else.
Right.
We're talking about original hip hop, the creations, the essence of what we all do for.
Mhm.
We could probably now we was talking about Nicki Minaj, which is Cash Money, Young Money. Let's switch it up to OVO. Drake. Is he hip hop?
Mm.
We've been hearing the shit about
He
man.
definitely is hip hop, man. What are we talking about?
I love this conversation because I
so-
love Drake. I love Drake.
Yeah, he's
Pause.
one of my
Yeah.
new top five.
I look like a meat rider right now. I forgot we wouldn't even talk about this. I'm actually wearing a shirt with Drake on it.
oh, you are a meat
yeah.
rider right now.
Yeah. Hey,
it
yo.
says heart right above it too.
But-
Come on, man.
But let's switch it up to OVO. Let's talk about that.
J. Cole's on my shirt too.
It's a cold word. It's a
Kendrick.
cold. It's a
you
cold
got
word.
Kendrick. You got
Kendrick.
Kendrick.
Yeah.
And
Those are
those
the-
three are on my new top five because
Yeah.
I got a new top five.
No, but Drake is definitely hip hop, bro. Like let's.
You know
stop
what
it.
the
Let's
debate
talk about,
is?
but let's talk about it because Joe Budden is on his podcast. You know, Joe, he's very controversial, and he's had beef.
Who's
with-
that? Who's that?
He's had right. Who is that?
I'm joking.
I agree.
Nah, you
Fuck with
tripping.
y'all. I fuck with y'all. Yeah, I fuck with Slaughterhouse and Joe, man. I'm talking shit.
I fuck with Slaughterhouse.
But
and
we
I
gotta
fuck with
do
Joe
little shit like
Budden,
that. We
but-
gotta start with people so we could get some type of,
Right. Yeah,
Pop Wars.
Who is that?
But Joe Budden pretty much came out and said that Drake wasn't hip hop. He was.
It was
pop.
Most Def, man. Come on, man.
Was it? I thought it was Joe Budden.
No, you tripping, bro. It was Most Def. That's the viral clip of Most Def. He was
Yeah,
in the
Mo-
interview.
Mo-
So it was Most Def.
It was Mo
Joe
Def.
Joe
Budden-
Budden, he doesn't like Drake. They got.
I think Joe Budden
Yeah,
talked
they-
about.
Joe Budden got
it.
like 5 diss tracks.
Joe Budden must have talked about it on his podcast.
Yeah.
no for years now. Yeah, but we're talking about the most
Recent, the most
his
recent.
Most Def.
Most Def is
interview.
the
So,
interview.
And Most Def is an OG, man.
He is hip hop.
mad
We
love.
talking
to
about Most Def.
Mad love to Most
Khalid,
Def. He's
Common
one of
and
the.
shit.
lot of hip hop gatekeepers, what they like to do is just like when it becomes too popular and it's not underground and everybody gets hip to it, which pop music is considered popular.
Popular.
They consider that's not hip hop anymore. So that's the reason why. But I don't believe in that.
Nah.
Hip hop is more than just music. It's not whether you're popular or not popular. It's just the essence.
Right.
It's, at the end of the day, even some R&B is hip hop
Yeah.
nowadays. Hip hop is infused in everything. Hip hop is a
Yes.
culture.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's not just the music.
Right.
It's more than just the music.
Yeah.
Facts. I agree because I feel like Common came out with a video
Which is great.
with a little clip that I seen on social media. I don't know where his interview was or who
Uh-huh.
he was interviewing with, but they brought up the whole hip hop thing, right? They brought up
About the whole
is-
Drake.
and what he said. If anybody want to go dive in and see what Common had to say about
Mhm.
Drake, I feel like he hit it right on the tee, right on the
Okay.
money. You feel me? And was just like, man, if you listen to his cadences and the way he came up, it's very hip hop. The way Drake has been, the way he came, bro.
Especially the way he came up.
You feel me? He was signed to Lil Wayne, bro. He was
Which
he was
he
Who was
is
signed
hip
Lil
hop.
Wayne?
huh?
Who?
No,
Drake.
Drake.
Oh, Drake.
Drake. So it's like, come on, bro. Like you see what he's like. He got bars. He got bars.
No, he got it, man. He got it.
So I got mad respect for Drake, and I feel like he's hella hip hop.
And to do a 11+ year run, that's unheard of.
Unheard of.
Right.
Rappers-
As the most popular.
Yes.
Most number ones
Add the-
in the history beat Michael Jackson.
I don't think he beat Mike already.
Yeah.
Those numbers can't count, man. People were going physically to these stores and buying physical copies of Mike's music. Going
know,
and
right.
The times are different. Times are different
Yeah.
because we got
Right.
so much more. Artists today are getting so much more exposure because of social media.
But it's a two-sided thing to look at, man,
Right.
because the question was asked to Mos Def. When you think of Mos Def, you think of hip hop, but in a different genre.
Right.
soul. It's that.
It's like
underground
original, almost
hip-hop,
underground, unpopular. Only unpopular because you gotta really listen. It's poetry. It's
Right.
it's rap, RAP, rhythm and poetry at the
Right.
essence, like when blues came out.
Mhm.
So you're listening to it from different ears, and you can't see Drake in that same
Whereas-
light as a common,
Mhm.
a old school Kanye, Mos Def, a Talib Kweli, a old school Jay, a Nas back in the day.
Where
You
it's
can't
almost
see
about-
Drake on that level. 1 second before I lose my thought, I'm just joking about.
I was gonna say like where it's almost more about what you're saying than the beat.
But that is also me contradict to not play devil's advocate. Not to say that when Drake came out for a long time, his shit wasn't so intellectual and poetic, and that's the reason why we feel like he is hip hop. And today, right now, he's just popping because he's making exactly what you want to hear. Right
how
now.
many times? How many songs Drake done drop? It don't even got no hook. It's a 4 or 5 minute long track, and he just got bar after bar after bar after bar.
Yeah.
The 6 a.m.s in Toronto and the 3 a.m.s in Dallas. Like, oh come on, bro. Like he got bought. Like,
Drake
yeah,
is bigger than
he
hip hop.
He got a body of work.
Drake
That's what I'm
is
saying.
bigger than hip hop.
Hey, let's come down with that, but
He's
he
bigger than
ain't
hip
bigger
hop.
than hip hop.
Now
But
think about it. You could throw not that you could throw Drake in any genre.
Mhm.
Drake has been in every genre
basically.
and made hits that have sold ridiculous amounts.
I kind of feel he kind of shied away from the rappy. He got kind of more leaning towards the R&B.
But he got on the reggae shit at one point. He got on like dance hall. He got on Afro beats type.
He's
shit.
on that,
Yeah,
yeah.
UK got on that UK rap shit.
Mhm.
He got Central
He
C on the UK.
He gets
shit.
in with what everything that's just
They
trending.
call him culture vulture, but if you have,
That's
He's
what
just
lasted
smart,
him 10
bro.
years.
that's
That's
what
why.
I'm saying. If we had a Tupac right now jumping in every genre,
Mm.
who gave us his back in the day essence, and then is still relevant today with the people of
He
today.
ain't a businessman. He's a businessman.
Man, we would love to hear Nas, Jay-Z still popping on these tracks.
Nas,
No,
Nas be hitting
Nas
with
is
Hit
getting
Boy
busy.
though.
He's
Nas
getting
be
I
still
love that
getting
y'all
with
say
Hit
that.
Boy.
He's in my top 5
Yeah,
original
yeah,
top
yeah.
5.
Sorry, Hove, but
My original top 5.
I had you.
Well,
I had you over Nas for a little bit, but Nas after these 3-4 albums with Hit
The
Boy,
fact that you even said that
it
is
puts you-
hip hop, bro.
it puts you a little. It puts him. I need Hove to come out with an album ASAP because right now
See?
Nas is right here.
Just
bro.
to let Hove know, because I know he listening. Just to let Hove know that you still in the mix, bro.
Yeah, man.
We got Biggie posters over here, Pac right behind me.
Culture,
You feel
man.
me?
We love the culture.
So we
culture.
touched on the music that's been going on this week. We got a couple other topics we want to touch on this week. Vince McMahon
Yeah.
of wrestling.
I ain't know too much about
I'm a
it.
big
touchy.
wrestling fan. Been since I was a jit. When mom used to punish me if I put hands on my sister, because
Shut up.
we always hit our little sisters and shit like that.
Giving it a pile driver
yeah,
and shit
okay.
in the corner.
But every time, if my mom wanted to punish me, bro, and my mom was bad, bro, because she used to make me. If she wanted to punish me, she'll put me in the room, but leave it on and let my sister watch it. So I'll hear it from the next room, but I can't watch it.
Oh,
So I'll be in the
no.
next room crying for the whole 3 hours while wrestling is going on, and I'm listening at the door like, "What's
You
going
hear-
on?" you hear JR, by God, blah, 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 blah. I'm stressing the room, but yeah, I'm a big. But
Oh shit! There's Sting at the top of the arena.
Bro, that was the good old days. But back to topic though. Back to
Bruh.
topic. But yeah, man,
That's wild.
this is where I think I said this on the last podcast. This is where we gotta calm down the horny, especially when you're if you're a big man.
No, for real.
If you're a big
What
man of power,
podcast?
probably this on the other podcast. But
we talked about it the last podcast
You
with
threw
Diddy.
me
We talked
off
about it with
that
Diddy.
shit.
Oh yeah.
We
Oh,
talked about it when we
okay.
talked about Diddy.
When you a man of power, you gotta calm down the horny, because that shit will come back and bite you in the ass, bro. I'm telling you, bro. You
So-
got to.
So the allegations with Vince
That's
McMahon,
facts,
it's crazy, right? So they've got text, so they got concrete evidence. So it's basically this motherfucker done.
This is crazy.
He already resigned from his position.
Yeah, from chairman.
Pause.
He already resigned from his position because he knows it's coming. Pause.
Not to cut you off, but I honestly didn't do my research on it because I'm such a WWE fan,
Right.
and I was just like, man, another allegation, I'm out of here, I'm out. So what happened?
So
Talk.
all right, so
J.
This man basically was doing the same shit Diddy was doing. I wouldn't be
Diddy do.
surprised if these motherfuckers was at the same parties.
They was all in the island.
No, like honestly,
Nah, for real?
no, for real. Like so, basically, what came out in the text messages. I don't remember the girl's name, and I don't want to bring anybody's names up anyway. That's not our job on this podcast.
Sometimes.
But this woman came forward with accusations of sexual assault and sex trafficking from Vince McMahon. So
A woman.
basically throughout his tenure in wrestling, so 20, 30, 40, however
Was it
many
Stacy
years.
Keebler, bro?
I don't think that was her name.
Oh,
You stupid.
Stop making jokes.
I
Sorry,
don't know who that- I don't
trigger
even know who
warning.
that is.
Fucking Google can't stay serious.
Stupid.
Go ahead, finish.
But basically, this text message was going back and forth with different staff members of throughout the wrestling corporations that he worked with. Basically, saying he was trying to get wrestlers on board with him. Specifically, Brock Lesnar back in 2022, I think, like just a couple years ago.
okay.
He wanted Brock Lesnar to leave the UFC and come back to wrestling. And he was one of the things that he tried to do to convince him was he basically said, "I'll throw her in too. You can do whatever you want."
That's
with her."
lit. That's
Was
lit.
was it a performer or just a random like behind the scenes chick, or was it an actual star?
I don't know.
Ooh.
Either way,
I don't know.
bro.
We can do more research on that.
Yo, bitches
but-
put themselves in that position. I don't feel
She was
like
on
he
a 10-year. I think she was on like a 10-year
Contract
contract
So
with
she
with
was a
the.
performer then.
I think so.
Ooh.
But
Oh, she
basically,
was a
but
wrestler.
basically, Vince McMahon, a bunch of other like executives, wrestlers,
So she.
were all fucking her. They was all fucking her.
That's
So he-
lit.
and
so
that
he
was
was-
on. It was on her contract. She
Nice.
Yeah.
So it was like on some Jesus
Wow.
Shuttlesworth shit. You
Yeah.
know
What?
when Jesus Shuttlesworth was going to all the colleges.
Why is his
And
name Jesus? Who? I don't know.
From the movie He's Got Game. Remember when he was going to
I was
different
about to say,
colleges?
I've heard that from some.
Yeah, he was-
Denzel-
He's
no.
got game.
The,
yeah.
the Denzel movie, he was Jesus Shuttlesworth was going to all the colleges, and one of the colleges was trying to convince him to come to their college, and they brought the
Oh,
two
yeah, yeah,
porn
yeah.
stars in the room. So that's kind of what Vince was doing to Brock Lesnar and other performers.
Yeah, he was basically trying to
crazy.
convince him come back. Like, listen, you come back, and I'll throw her in. You know, whatever you
That's
want.
lit.
You want some head. You want some. You
Right.
want some of this. You
On
want some of
demand.
that, you
On
know?
And there's
demand.
solid proof of
While-
that shit.
Meanwhile, he was getting it from her.
There's
too.
solid
That's
proof
lit.
that says
There's
that.
text messages going back and forth. Yeah,
Yeah.
He's
And
done.
contractual.
He's done. He's done, bro. That
He's
shit.
done.
Hooked.
Why is he
text
done?
messages.
She agreed and signed to it.
Yes, but apparently, why this is all coming out now? Because why she's pressing charges? Because on the contract is
No
She was-
anal.
no.
He
She was
did-
supposed
he
to-
broke contract.
No, she-
6
She-
months in.
Bruh.
Yo, what?
Hey, we on a time limit.
Go,
We on a
go,
time
go,
limit.
go.
Come on, man. We
go,
ain't on
go.
a time limit.
So-
you on a time limit?
So she was trying to leave WWE, the wrestling and everything like that, but they didn't finish. They were supposed to pay her $3 million
That's a
for
lot of
her
money.
time to do all the fucking of all these people and
Right.
all her services for all these
That's a
people.
lot
She was
of
supposed to
money.
get $3 million, but apparently after she got $1 million, she stopped receiving payments. When she stopped receiving payments, she went public with all the things that were happening.
Oh, you should have paid that girl. Godly.
Maybe they found out this bitch pussy ain't worth over this million. Like, hold on, we gave this bitch $1 million. After 30 days,
She
the
said,
pussy
"This
was not
shit."
worth.
They had postpartum nut. They go like 30 million.
Shit, like, hold on, we gave her $1 million.
She'll be straight with one.
Yeah,
Oof.
they think about that.
Yikes!
But yeah,
I
like
want to know who she was.
That's some high price
well,
pussy.
you can,
too.
her name is
That's
definitely out there. Like you can
expensive.
literally look it up, you'll find her name. But
Yikes!
Kim Kardashian ain't worth.
The accuser is Janelle Grant. I'm a WWE watcher, but I'm not familiar with her face or who she is. Maybe she played behind the scenes and but yeah, that's who she is. Janelle Grant. You guys know who Janelle Grant is?
No.
You
I have
seen her
no
picture?
idea. No, I've seen her picture.
Is she worth 30 million?
Three million.
I haven't seen enough of her. If that makes any
I
sense.
can't think of a woman that's worth 3 million.
There is no one. Yeah, that's wow.
You would have to give me 3 million women for 3 million. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta remember for people
Okay.
like people with power that 3 million ain't shit.
There's nothing.
That ain't nothing.
Men like variety.
You
If
feel
I
me?
pay a certain
If
amount
I
of
have-
money for a bitch and I had sex with her for over 2 weeks, she decreased in value after 14 days.
She's like a car, Kuko.
yeah, bitch. Now,
I
think about
agree.
eating oranges for 14 days straight.
I feel that.
And then you see a pineapple walk by with a watermelon. Nigga, how much money you gonna pay to not eat that orange tonight?
Oh, okay.
You know, like, give me the fucking pineapple.
That's
bitch.
a good analogy.
That's
right there,
just how
Kuko.
men is. And now we're going into if y'all don't mind, man, let's talk about the
Kuko's
motherfucker-
conspiracies.
Cuckoo's conspiracy.
Let's talk about why they trying us with the Fruit of the Looms.
Oh, with the Mandela Effect.
Yeah, man.
Man, there was a cornucopia in the fruit, man.
Let's talk about
There was even a girl that actually, I don't know, maybe she might have printed out that T-shirt. I don't know.
Nah.
But she actually found in her attic or in her house, like she found a T-shirt with the actual Fruit of the Looms with the cornucopia on it.
More than one person.
So you think we're going in and out of like reality or
Nope.
like different thing, or the government's just fucking with us?
If you're talking about conspiracies, and that's the segment that we on right now,
Mm.
it's obviously the government, the world, the people trying to fuck with us, man.
Mm.
And that's just
Let's see if they'll notice this. Take this out and to see if anybody catches on
What
to
do
it
you
and
think-
then deny it.
And what do you think is more realistic? The government's playing us again, or we're switching dimensions? They want us to think that, aliens and switching
Mhm.
dimensions, but it's probably the government.
You
just
see,
fucking-
see, I'm not superstitious, but I'm a little stitious. So when it comes to shit like that, like
Mhm.
I don't know, man. I feel like that's a little far fetched.
Of what?
With certain things with this man, like so one of the things that like what's another Mandela effect? Like Sinbad. Sinbad was
In the genie movie.
in the genie movie. I
Yeah.
could like to this day, I swear to God, I seen him in a genie movie.
Mhm,
Like
me too.
I know Shaq was in Kazam.
Love that movie.
Everybody like to say, no, that was Shaq and Kazam. I was like,
That
no,
movie's a classic.
trust me, Shaq, that's a classic. I
Classic.
There was
love
another movie.
I love
though.
Kazam.
Yeah.
And I did not specifically
I swear
see
to
it.
God, I seen a light-skinned comedian in the genie.
Mhm.
I don't know who it
And
was.
he-
I could have
it
sworn
was Sinbad. It was
right?
Sinbad.
But-
And there's actually go ahead. There's actually a tape that
In the
that
90s?
There's actually a tape someone actually have. Maybe it's I don't know. For some reason they buried this shit. Like
Maybe it's like just a clip in a movie. Maybe it's not a whole. But I swear I seen it.
maybe
I
it's
swear I seen it.
maybe it's a pilot. Maybe it's a pilot movie. You know how they do pilots,
That's true.
and then they just
It never
get
comes
lost.
out.
and then it never comes out. Maybe
But the
it's one
fact
of those.
that none of us can actually recall seeing the movie as we recall seeing Kazam. Because
And
if someone was to
Sinbad,
say this,
and Sinbad been in interviews talking about like, nah, I never done that before.
I did see that weird interview, which I don't know was a joke or a parody towards the situation.
Right.
Mhm. It keeps
Right.
us still talking about it to this day. So
No, but then you got the Fruit of the Loom shit to bring that back up. This lady went ahead and contacted Fruit of the Looms, and they denied having a cornucopia. Fruit of the Looms company denied ever having
How
a
do
cornucopia.
we know when Fruit of the Looms came out though?
But we just need to understand that.
They
No,
even-
because I'm saying like, what if that person that they called and they talked to, maybe they weren't around when Fruit of the Looms came
It
out.
doesn't
So
matter
they
to
don't
say
know.
ever
Some-
to speak on
so they
behalf.
don't know.
they actually
company?
sent her a list after she did that email. They sent her a list of all the evolution of their logo, and it never had a cornucopia on it.
Oh, come on, man, and let's end the podcast right now.
But like you
Bruh.
said, but then somebody
Fuck
found a shirt. Like you said, maybe they just did
Yeah.
it themselves. Maybe they just did it themselves. And
Nah,
And,
bruh.
the
Because
Or-
once you see that Fruit of the Looms with the cornucopia, a part of your brain wakes up.
Yeah.
Your third eye opens up a little bit. the deception in your heart
But
breaks a
that's
little
just, but
bit.
that's just one example. Do you think that a lot of these different
Dang.
examples of Mandela effects, do you think that that is really the government going out there and deleting it from every social media and every
Nigga, Barack
internet
Obama is
platform
making movies
and
now.
just making us think that it never existed?
Barack Obama is making movies telling us shit now. Barack Obama's is like, all right, Julia Roberts, this is what we're going. This is what the fuck is going on right now.
And they gotta, they in order to do stuff, they gotta tell us legally. So
They got some karmic shit with the fucking universe. If they might not believe in Jesus being one of the messengers, or maybe they do, and so they got this karmic shit to where they have to tell us, folk.
You know what, Kuko? For our protection, I want to live, bro. So
Nigga,
let's
nah, bro. I'm suicidal as fuck nowadays.
I'm silent on this topic.
I've been terrified, bro, my whole life of making music about conspiracies because I ain't want to be one of them dudes. And we seen so many people, man. They have these death clauses in their contracts, and it's better off that they dead. And
Oh my God.
hey, for the company to that they make more money. So
But yeah, just for people that don't know about the Mandela Effect, Mandela is they call it the Mandela Effect because everybody swears there was a time when Mandela was actually like died or assassinated or something like that.
Yep.
And then everybody was like swears they saw it on the news, all that and this, that, and the third, and then all of a sudden they're like, no, he's still live, alive and living, breathing. What are you talking about? But people swear they saw that shit on the news or something like that. That's why they call it the Mandela Effect.
Right.
And it's like a way. I feel like it's like the government's like gaslighting us type thing. Like,
But think
y'all
about it,
crazy. That never happened, but it actually did.
but it's a lot of things going on, man. Not to bring up like shit like toothpaste. You look at a toothpaste commercial, they putting mad toothpaste on your toothbrush. But if you read the bottle, it says if you swallow any bit of this toothpaste, you better contact poison control and contact your motherfucking doctors. Life is all like about a gaslighting situation. So just wake up. You got Barack Obama making movies talking about that we're about to be
Back
in
on the Barack movie.
They're about to, yeah, bro. Because it's, you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna bring up shit that's relevant, even if it happened
That is
a month
crazy
ago.
though,
Because
why that Barack would make a movie like that. That still is kind of trippy.
I just want my little piece of this. Anything I say, any podcast, any music that anybody looks at me or listen to me while I'm in this lifetime, to know that I'm trying to also bring to the light a lot of things that people don't want to talk about because it's reality is stranger than fiction, man. And you know, we could talk about sports, we could talk about Kanye West and shit like that. But at the end of the day, man, there's a lot of crazy shit going on in the world. So you got to get spiritual and religious in some type of way.
Yeah, we're here to cover all that culture here at the CCP, baby.
At the CCP, where we
cover the culture.
Okay, Coco got it. I was pointing. I was pointing at Freddie. I was pointing at Freddie, but Coco came in and saved him.
We don't want to take too much more time. We're looking at a board.
I got literally one more topic that I want to bring up,
and we've been looking forward to this.
I listen, like, you know, we starting podcasts. I listen to podcasts. I listened to a podcast this week. I work overnight, so while I'm working, I listen to podcasts,
and we still trying to get you off of OnlyFans and just specifically doing this podcast.
I'm trying to get off of that. You know, I've been selling my feet on OnlyFans.
Let's get it. Overnight too. Graveyard shift. Shift.
You know, some people got like, you know, that callous foot fetish.
Nah.
So right after I ball, you know, I take the socks off.
And they still look good though. I'll vouch for everybody that's paying for that shit. Like, he got weird looking feet, but I see why people pay.
Nah, he tripping.
I'm
not on. Just so everybody know, I am not on OnlyFans.
I'm about to start an OnlyFans. I don't care who's paying.
If I could
Come on, I can see Freddie with a Batman mask.
No, if I could get.
The facts is that where you envision me is nasty work, son. What are you talking about? Pause.
You can't control what's in my head.
If I could get paid off my feet, I'd be on OnlyFans. Shit.
Yo, that
but
shit go ahead.
I do want to touch on a little conspiracy theory that I just found out. It's happened in the 80s. But I just found out about it this week.
Talk about it, Jay.
So I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right, but the Rendlesham Forest.
He told us to look this shit up. We was like,
I did.
Nah.
I know. We just this episode 3, right? There's episode 3.
Yeah.
So we trying to be organized for y'all. We trying to make sure that we come in correct for y'all.
CCP.
And you know, Kuko, even with the music, we got music on the way. We get to that before we close. But We got to get organized. We got to get organized with
Yeah,
this
man.
shit. You feel me? But
You know why they call it organized, by the way?
why?
Because your organs in your body are organized in a
Oh,
specific way.
What? Are you
That's
serious?
Organ.
I didn't know that.
Organized. Your organs in your body are so perfect that they made the word organized for other
Damn.
things you do in your
And
life.
so when you get somebody get shot, somebody get shot in the stomach, they get unorganized.
What?
That shit unorganized.
The most
I'ma use-
perfect thing
I'm gonna use that in
human,
a bar. I'm gonna find a way to use that shit.
the most perfect
You
thing a
can't take
human
that.
could think
You
of.
hear me?
Boom,
You hear me, Kuko?
unorganize you.
You hear me, Kuko? Before we drop this shit, I'm dropping a bar about that shit.
Eee.
That is, I never knew that.
That's
Think
crazy.
about it, right?
What? You have a crazy algorithm, yo. What the hell? I never knew that.
I
meant
literally
that
came
shit.
up with that by myself. That's not no clip, nigga.
Are you serious?
Swear to God. Not that I came up with that. That has to be the reason.
Yo, I'm clipping that.
That has to
I'm
be the
clipping
reason.
that and posting that as
That's
a real.
That's a real.
That
for
has
real.
to be the reason.
That's a real for real.
People gonna see it, believe it. I saw it on the internet, so it's real.
Hey. Anyway, though.
But it is though.
Oh,
If you're thinking about it.
it is.
All right, my bad. All right. Disclaimer, I made that up, but
Oh,
think about it. I said it with so much confidence.
Yeah,
Just post it.
I believed it.
Hold on. Would you not isn't that what it is though?
It is.
It is, right?
It makes sense.
after you hear it,
Yeah.
organs is for a
we
human,
gonna look it up. We gonna
for
look
a
it up.
human
Yeah.
being, there's no more perfect thing.
We're gonna
to
look it up.
represent
And speaking of look it up, one thing we need to do for our listeners that we forgot to do for this episode was look up the most government funded movies. We still have to do that. So we will do that for the
Oh,
next
yeah.
episode. We
Yeah,
will remember to
yeah.
do that for the next episode.
Well, right now we're talking about.
We apologize.
Red
We
Sherm
apologize
for
for that. We will get
Yeah.
back to that on the very next
Yeah,
episode.
life has been lifing lately, and we have to get on. We got to get on point. Yeah, yeah.
Yes,
Blessings.
Yes. But the Rendlesham Forest, okay? So this was a UFO incident.
Not to cut you off before I forget what I'm gonna say.
Shut
I'm just
the
talking
fuck
shit.
up, nigga. The Rendlesham Forest back in the 1980s, right? There was an event where Rendlesham Forest, I guess, is somewhere in the UK, near some military bases. Some soldiers seen some red dots, some flashing lights in the sky, and it started shooting straight down. And from what it looked like to them, it was a plane crash. So they went into the forest to go see, if it indeed was a plane crash that happened. But they said when they got there, and this is all documented. This is all stuff that you can look up online, and these are all, people's telling what happened to them in these moments. But I guess they said when they got out into the forest, they just felt like an aura, and they just said they just felt like something was off. I don't remember this article word for word, but I'm gonna give it to you. I'm gonna paraphrase. And it just felt really strange to them. And I guess at one point in time, it was two soldiers, two guys went out into the forest to investigate. And at one point in time, a beam of light shot down, almost like some typical UFO spaceship shooting down. And they said it just literally shined on one of the soldiers, and it just sat there for a little while, and they was kind of freaking out. But eventually the light went away, and before the ship rode off, the guy tried reaching towards the ship, and he could touch it. He said he actually touched.
The guy who had the beam of light on him.
Yes, he said he actually touched.
And they didn't
the
run.
ship.
I would have been out of there. Go
Bruh.
continue.
Right? Lights went off. Ship flew off into the distance, and it disappeared. For what seemed like a few brief moments for these guys, actually was 45 minutes. They both looked at their watches, and 45 minutes had passed. But to them,
it was like quick.
it was
in a
fast,
trance. They was in a trance.
right? All of these stories have been, accounted for from different interviews of people over the years. But at that time in the 80s, when this actually happened, they discredited anything that they pretty much had to say about those things. And like that wasn't brought to the public. And get this, another soldier from another company, they were still on base because it was near two military bases. I don't know if she was from the same base or from the other base, but she saw it too. And when she saw those lights shoot down, she got in her car and drove towards it. On her way towards driving towards it, The beam of light shot down at her car. She flipped her car, totaled it.
Damn, bitch.
Another officer was driving behind her, got her out. But when she said when she got out of the car, she looked up and she saw the spacecraft, the UFO, unidentified flying object, above her, and she said, first of all, this lady officer that this happened to, she's never interviewed with anybody. She hasn't spoken with anybody about the event. This is all people the guy who was the officer who was following her, he told the superior officers what happened. He said that
she flipped,
she saw something, she touched it.
What?
And then when he brought her back, she was like crying, she was hysterical. And she was a high-ranking officer, so nobody had ever seen this officer like this before.
Right. They trust that bitch because obviously.
Yeah, they were like, she don't come up with cool, like
she has
crazy
a
stories like
reputation.
that. Yeah.
Right.
And
Somebody that would have made
person.
that shit up.
Right.
Like some random farmer.
And at that time, none of that information was released to the public.
Of course.
So it kind of makes you think like, I seen an article, right? I seen an article that came out years later, and it said that I guess there was an event with Tehran. There was not slaves, but hostages in Tehran in Iraq when U.S. and Iran and Iraq was going at war. They had like 45 hostages, U.S. hostages from the embassy that we had in Iran or something like that. This was in the 80s. So this was before I was born.
I remember. Yeah, I remember.
And they said that the time that UFO flew over, that pretty much they said what it could have been the U.S. testing certain spacecrafts to try to fly in to Iran undetected to rescue those hostages. So it might not have been a UFO. It could have been a U.S. military flying vessel that they was.
That's what I'm saying, man. Reality
out.
is stranger than fiction, man. You know what I'm saying? You never know what to believe in this
Conspiracy,
world.
man. Whatever you think about it.
Conspiracy is just a word for people to think of people who say things that are crazy and might seem out of line with their, how they see perspective of world. You know,
reality.
Reality. You know, that's what people call conspiracy because they're like, you don't want to be scared of something else. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
So you're like, fuck all that shit. But anyways. This is CCP podcast, man. We love y'all, man. We love doing this shit. We'll continue to do this shit. It's your boy Kuko Cigar, man. I got music going on.
One last announcement we got to make before we ride out. For episode 3. Jay Lamont, your boy, Kuko Cigar.
Hey.
We got music on the way.
Finally,
2020,
long overdue.
2024.
Year of the Dragon
is album mode.
Let's get it.
It's album mode.
Stars
Expect the album by the end of the year, and we're gonna be having some content to drop throughout the year to get y'all ready for it.
Let's get it, baby.
Come on, trying to get Freddie back, trying to get folk back in this bitch.
I'm never rapping again. I'll pay the behind the scenes
That's
though.
a lie.
I'll pay the behind the scenes. I record y'all.
That's a lie.
You can hear his voice.
Watch me pull Freddie in for just 2 bars on one of my tracks. I'm gonna have
That
to just
shit
come
be
spit these
sexy.
2 bars right quick.
I'll go in there and do
Hop in, hop out.
Come on, man.
Let's get it though, man. This is a CCP. We out here. It's your boy Freddie Focus.
Hey, where we cover the culture.
Yeety.
Your boy Jay Lamont.
Kuko Cigar, man. CCP and the beat.
Let's get it. We out.